Greetings! I am Herbert Erpaderp, and today I'm going to assemble these 15mm scale resin and metal Churchill tanks for Flames of War. Looking at the back of the box, as usual, we can see a platoon organisation chart, a painted example, and some images of 3 of the 4 gun options. Inside the box we have the resin hulls and turrets, which are pretty good with some nice detailing. They're fairly neatly cast, though there are a few odd lumps and bits of flash here and there. Nothing bad at all though. No magnets are included in this kit, and there are no recesses for them. The track sets are alright. They come in matched pairs for each tank. They're detailed fairly well, though the detail is a little bit shallow. They do have a fair bit of flashing, and this one track has all this garbage at one end, though they're certainly not the worst tracks I've ever seen. The kit includes plenty of spare track links. There's a pair of hatches which are neatly cast. There are 4 gun choices for this tank. There's this 75mm gun, this 6-pounder, this 95mm close support howitzer, of which you only get 2. I don't believe you can field more than 2 of this kind of tank anyway. And this AVRE petard mortar, aka flying dustbin. And finally, there are crew figures, which, as usual, I won't be using. Regular viewers of my channel will know that magnetization usually comes next. It's a pretty simple process of drilling appropriately sized holes and gluing magnets in while being careful with the polarity of the magnets to ensure your turrets aren't repelled by the hulls. Now to add some tracks. With mess like that, I had to do a fair bit of filing on some of these track parts, but nothing too arduous. Once you're satisfied with your mold line removal efforts, test fit the tracks before gluing them on. They do have this keying feature to ensure a correct fit, but you may find that you need to file down parts of the keying to get the parts to actually fit. When you're happy with the fit, it's time to glue on the track parts using super glue. The parts fit okay. There is a bit of a gap, but it isn't nearly as bad as the gaps on the Churchill gun carriers I built a while ago. I'm hoping the paint will hide the gaps. Let's have a quick look at the 3 variations of the track sets. This one is missing the front guards. This one is also missing some of the guards above the tracks. And this one is fully intact. I quite like this variety, and I wish more kits had something similar. All of my turrets had lumps of excess resin on the rear underside. I used my file to remove this, being careful not to destroy the turret ring shape. With that out of the way, it's time to glue the parts onto the turret, test fit, and then glue the hatches in. These didn't need much cleanup, and their placement is pretty straightforward. Now the gun. This is the 75mm main gun that I've chosen to use on all my tanks. It's not too bad. It isn't bent or anything, it just needs a little bit of careful filing to be made ready. The end of the barrel conveniently has a hole already, so no need to drill that out. Glue it in, making sure the machine gun is on the left side of the main gun. That's it. 1 Churchill tank complete. Overall, I'm fairly happy with these tanks. The kit went together quickly and easily, and it fits together much better than the Churchill gun carrier. I was initially concerned that these would also suffer from the huge track gaps, but it was not so. Flamesofwar.com does not have an assembly guide at the time of recording, but there are plenty of pictures and information about how the tank plays in Flames of War. That said, the kit is pretty simple, and most people shouldn't need the instructions at all. The only complaint I really have is that it doesn't come with enough extra stowage, just some spare track links. And to be fair, that's a complaint that I could level at almost any model tank kit. I chose to leave the spare track links off my tanks anyway. I think these will make a fine addition to my British Army, and I should be able to use them with my Soviet forces, which is nice, but I think they will have to be painted British. I will soon assemble some Plastic Soldier Company Churchills also, so we will see how they compare. I hope this has been helpful or interesting. As always, comments go below if you have any, and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. Farewell.